Let's not get it twisted, that game is the biggest game in the last 5 years, probably from the public standpoint. Absolutely. In anticipation.
It's MSDossary levels of interest. Anders versus Tekkz, and here we are, 2 minutes in. Anders Vejrgang kicking from left to right in that white strip green shorts and white socks, and all in blue in RB Leipzig navy. From right to left will be Tekkz, and that is a rash strike in the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was a good start from Tekkz. We saw in his first game against LGR Peugeot, so he likes to build up on the wings and just sort of have that pattern in his offensive third anyway.
Lamine Yamal was electric for Anders in his opening game. 8-5 win against Yaskau, and he must have at least got a hat-trick on that right-hand side, Shells. He's gone for obviously the finesse shot plus version of Yamal. He is a serious asset to his attacks. Tekkz recycling once again, that time Yap Stan will stand strong.
Yeah, I mean, Yamal's definitely one of the best dribblers in FC26 with the technical. And there's something about with the incisive pass with Yamal. He'd just be able to dance and put Anders in dangerous position. We know Anders on the ball. He hardly ever makes a wrong decision as he's just offside there, but Anders is just so good on the ball, and with the Yamal, you can make so many things happen.
If the game continues like this, we're in for an absolute cracker, because both players eager to get their nose in front. It feels like one of those games, Ryan, where the first goal doesn't really mean much, though.
Yeah, I predicted anyway a high-scoring game, but
here is Kylian Mbappe, strikes across goal, and Anders Vejrgang will break the deadlock. He will open the scoring.
yeah, it's a great start from Tekkz, or from Anders, I should say. So I feel like Tekkz should have tracked that run. It's easy to say now, but with, I believe it's Valverde in that right back, it is. He sort of left him.
Should he have been 1-0 up? First chance of the game?
That chance, it was a massive chance. He snatched at it with Mbappe, but you can see the pattern of play, though. The blueprint of his attacks is stemming from those first-time passes. Tiki-taka passing, or the tiki-taka passing play style, sorry, is very, very effective in the game.
We've already seen on 2 separate occasions there, Anders flick onto Stam, step out when that ball is getting recycled inside. It feels like a big area of the pitch. That's overrun by Tekkz, and Tonali is out of position. Mbappe with Anders Vejrgang will be looking to capitalise on any space that's left in behind. Good defending from Tekkz.
It's just a weird one that when you have a game like this, you got to respect both opponents, but you got to kind of treat them like they're a normal opponent. You don't want to start to be any scared, and because the nerves, I know, must be kicking in for both players, because they know there's a lot on at stake here.
And just think when we come back and play this reverse fixture, where there's more on the line, where the game could be qualification or go home at that point, with how the table is looking.
It's lovely.
Pina just taken off Tonali's toe by Mariano there, and you're going to see a goal flash coming in. This is Luke's official with Thierry Henry.
Oh, wow.
Way through.
Fair enough. I'm surprised he still maintained possession there. You see in the bottom right of the screen, Anders Vejrgang 2-0 up in 17 minutes against Tekkz.
Who did I speak about at the start of the show?
Yeah, goals galore throughout the 3 games going on right now. What you said about the play styles, though, I wholeheartedly agree. Intercept on a centre-back. For those at home, yes, there are other centre-backs you can use, but I would prioritise getting in any defender with intercept, any centre-back with intercept. There are Evos available. I think it's a priority.
I think it's probably the #1 play style in defence for me, just because it will just save you so much. And I think when you've gone from players using intercept and then gone to using players without intercept, it's like you're playing a different game.
Tekkz,
great
big step.
With
Offside, though.
to Ram, just offside. 20 minutes underway here. Anders Vejrgang leading 2-0. Mbappe on the left and Yamal on the right, the scorers. Here is LJR Peugeot with twisted minds. Pina twisting and turning, and just opens up the space at the near post.
Dreadful defending, I'll be honest. It was poor. I know you tried to anticipate what your opponent's going to do here. You can see another attack from Yaskau, 22 minutes in. The pass there, back to Mbappe. The original pass there,
Did he mean that?
I don't know, that first one. The second one, great. You can see the run into Mbappe there, but that first pass, I'm not sure.
Just cast your eyes to the bottom right. Again, Stapp stepping out, but
It's got to be.
Tekkz will get the rub of the green. The ball bounces his way, and Pina lashes it in the bottom corner.
It's a key moment to get back into the game.
One thing I would like to say, though, I'm watching these two players when they've scored, I'm hearing no reaction, no nothing. You can tell Anders is kind of locked in with this one. He doesn't want to let his emotion take over just yet. But it just shows to how much it means to both of these players at the moment.
Straight from kickoff, Anders reinstates that 2-goal lead. I might be getting shushed.
I look over my shoulder.
I might be getting shushed by Anders Vejrgang. From Anders Vejrgang, as we're seeing. One more coming in here from Luke's official. Slots it across. Henry, once again, the scorer. Can you even defend that when you're getting runs triggered against you? Like, what is the way?
There is no way, and I think that's why, for me, the intercept play style is so important, because it will bail you out sometimes. Well, maybe you have a think, as you can just see Tekkz equalising, not equalising, getting one back straight away.
I'm gonna be real.
Trying to keep in the match, Ryan.
You're coming off. Who's that? Warm up. I need a sub. Whoever that is, I'm telling you, you're coming off. Is that Saliba?
I think it is.
It is disgraceful stuff.
CB's not really. You sort of stick with your CBs. You remember when Tekkz chose a goalkeeper and they were really bad? I can't quite remember.
Was it Mike? I was going to say
Mike Maignan.
Yeah, I was going to say Schmeichel, but that was another one.
And,
do you remember Rio?
They were just really poor.
There was that Rio Ferdinand one time as well. Yeah.
And you sort of do live and die by the draft. If you pick someone and they're not playing for you, you're not going to invest money in your subs. You have to stick with what you've got.
But I think also it comes to a point where it doesn't really matter about who you drafted. These players have been practicing them all along. They trust them.
Snatched again.
They trust them fully to the most, but you can't always blame the items that you pick.
Lucas official. Great ball there. Salah with the finish near post.
Surprising it finessed that.
Yeah, I think that's the obvious choice, and maybe that could have caught out LGR there. Great
big tackle. That was a Lodra on its way from Anders Vejrgang. Pressing in the middle of the pack. Bon Mati with a crucial interception, and Cuddy putting Vejrgang in pole position. That's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area. As Anders been on the training ground, that's a question. Pina is over it.
It's Yaskau that scored one last game against.
Top corner.
Yeah, against Anders.
He's put a player on the line as Tekkz, which means there's going to be a few players onside there. It does go short, but quite surprised by that. Stam! What a save from Iker Casillas. I'm still surprised we're not shooting.
You know, nah, I'll be honest here. I would shoot that free kick in general, but that bit of play there shows.
It's like trying to read Anders is just impossible, because he is so good going forward. No matter what you think he's going to do, he just does the other thing. And that whole attack there, I just have a question mark above my head, because it should have been a goal.
If it's a different shooter, you're probably thinking it is a goal. Mbappe, grew away. Tonali, what a tackle. That's where Saliba's in the team.
I take it back.
Never in doubt. Let's have a look what else is happening across the game.
Oh my goodness.
Luke's official taking Peixoto to the cleaners here in the first half. 27 minutes on the clock. That's an Henry hat-trick from what we've seen.
I'm
just surprised the man.
That pass goes through.
We got to see Lucas in Atlanta, and I'll say, going forward, especially with Henry leading the line, he spent 2.5, 2.7 million on an item like that. He's got to be scoring goals, and Lucas is the man, and he's always scoring goals.
Remember all these games, last-minute winners.
Yep.
I think he's got 3 90+1 winners on his route. It was Swiss and then 2 knockout games in order to make it to the Pro Open. 40 minutes on the clock with 5 from half-time here in this blockbuster clash. Tonali with the ping pass plus play style, but Anders reads it really, really well. As it stands right now, Anders top of the table.
Lovely.
And he could be adding a 4th goal. Kylian Mbappe, one-on-one with the keeper, opens up his body, finesses it home. Anders, 4-2 up with a lead. Question is, are there more goals in the final couple of minutes before we do go into the break?
I feel like Tekkz was a bit hesitant going forward. I think he started really strong, but as you can see, Anders is so aggressive defensively. I think Tekkz was starting to be a bit more try and wait for the pass to open up, and that's how he gave away the ball in the first place, to lead on to the counter-attack. So I think as soon as he starts to play a bit more comfortable, a bit more freedom, he'll put up a better fight.
I've watched a lot of Tekkz in my time. The 2 snatch shots say a lot, I think.
I was about to say, I feel like because those went incredibly wayward.
It's then on your mind, I've got to play for a better chance.
Exactly. Yeah. He's now playing for the perfect chance, and you don't get that often, let alone against somebody like Anders Vejrgang.
Look at Yaskau. He got himself back into the game through taking risks.
Yeah.
Shots from weird angles, free kicks from 30 yards.
If you could get one before half-time, it would be perfect. Hold on.
Over the first half, Wolf Hall Tekkz's way, Tonali twisting
Well
and
played.
turning into Mbappe, and that's 4-3, and we've got a game going into the second 45, and Anders is furious.
Well, Tuga gets a goal back into the game there, near post with Mbappe.
I want to ask you very quickly about Eljay Peixoto. Obviously, we saw him at the Pro Open last year, finished top 4, lost to Anders, but it was a great game.
I think he should have won.
Some say he should have won. When we go on to the rest of the season, obviously it didn't quite work out for him. He won the E-League and that was his crowning moment. He didn't play in any other qualifiers to get here. Does he look a little bit slow behind the rest of the competition, Ryan?
You could argue that that always plays a factor, but then these players are professionals. Great bit of patience until the final pass there from Tekkz. They'll be knowing that they need to put in the work. Look at the team Hullet members, the team Liquid. You see Manu, Emre, Levy, the amount of hours they put in, irrespective of whether they've already qualified. Beautiful play from Anders. Deserved the goal. That's wonderful play. That's at you, Rich, again.
Another finish there from Tuga, slowly getting himself back into this game. 4-3 now. That's scoreline. As we join live here between Anders Vejrgang and Tekkz. I did have a quick look at the live items in this game before we kicked off. Both of them gone up in price, but not drastic amounts.
I cashed out.
You already did?
I cashed out, yeah. 244k going in there. It's going for about 190 or so.
So I actually packed one of the best players, you could argue, in this.
Tonali.
Tonali.
Oh, that breaks my heart, that does.
650k.
What, tradable?
No.
Oh, yes.
From a 81 plus triple.
What do they call that? That red list? Send an
Are you
email
on that list as well?
After your icon list last year, Ryan. After your icon.
Nothing this year, though.
No, it's coming.
It's only November. 5-3.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
That triggered there.
Mbappe does have the pace, but Valverde, with a little bit of upper body strength, just shrugs off his teammate.
I was a bit surprised of Valverde winning that race there. I think he probably would have been my choice at fullback as well, just because of that intercept. I think it's such a key thing, but in transition, he does get caught lacking, especially against Kylian Mbappe, who anyone will have a tough time trying to catch up.
This could be Anders. Dagger blow, there you have it, 6-3, 3-goal cushion for the Pro Open champion.
Have a word, Rex.
That pass ain't even... I promise I'll make
That was not on my screen.
I was... Hold on. Let's see this here. Plays it back inside. Yeah, fair enough. I'm looking at... Is that Vitinha there?
I think it was Vitinha going through the middle.
That's who I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an incredible goal.
Lucas, there was a bit of a Peixoto comeback and a fight back in this game, but as we are into the second half here, Frenkie de Jong into Mbappe, just waits, turns it around the corner, and Vitinha with the finish. Back underway, Tekkz. An hour gone on the clock. Finds himself in a real tough situation, trailing 6-3 against Anders Vejrgang. And Anders is, as you said, ruthless in these scenarios. He will smell blood in the water. And he's one of the scariest players we've ever seen when he gets a lead. Stepping on the acceleration and taking it out of sight and out of mind. Tekkz wants to have a comeback here. He has to get this next goal.
I think what Anders does so well is when he does get a lead, he somehow still just keeps the pressure on his opponent. You see, I mean, I struggled it myself. When I got a lead, you could kind of see my tempo change, my whole kind of game style change, and it kind of invited pressure onto myself. But you look at Anders, he just keeps on going.
Next one, both players, it meant a little bit more, Ryan.
Yeah.
But
When Harry questioned both players if they'd rather win the game and then finish a spot down, good tackle there from Thuram. Last ditch to prevent goal number 7 from Anders Vejrgang. We gave our predictions. I'll speak about after this highlight as well. Yaskau, a player lot, cancels it and then ends up playing the pass across. Marcus Llorente. He's got to do better here.
so we've got Saliba on forward.
I like Llorente though, to be fair.
But that's the thing, there's a lot of these items that are very good. As you can see, Peixoto trying to bring one back, and he has, and it's 2-goal lead now.
Could be a 7th, bottom corner. Good save from Casillas.
That's why you got to have
it's a pen.
intercept.
Does he have a penalty? It looked like a penalty.
It was, I think it was, I missed it, I'll be honest. I was paying attention to the other game.
It scored.
That was the Buckley.
7-3. I think Anders knows that's game, set, and match. Surprised by this result, Chels?
It's a hard one. I would say yes, because I didn't expect... I don't know, because I don't think Tekkz is playing that bad, but I guess I didn't expect Anders to kind of make Tekkz look like a normal opponent defensively. I think he's just caught him in transition, and it just shows how lethal Anders is. When he gets in them areas, no one can stop him. And I think for Tekkz, he'll be disappointed he hasn't fought that well, but...
Could be an 8th goal here for Anders Vejrgang. Lamine Yamal with it. Right-footed strike into the top corner. We've not seen these two play.
Yeah.
But I think if you looked at recent results, which player has Tekkz struggled with in this year, in this game? Ere Yilmaz. Who is close in terms of gameplay? I think Tekkz factor in this group. A couple of big results coming in round 2. Tuga 7-3. Tekkz 7-3 down. Chiellini's on the floor.
Save.
Chiellini again.
I actually used him at the start of the game.
Yep.
Before that patch came in that adjusted advanced defending with the bruiser stuff.
Never again.
Dan Burn. Hall of Shamer, that guy, Giorgio Chiellini. Never ever will you play a game.
He was one of the most used centre-backs in Atlanta.
No, but after the patch, he's probably great.
I mean, there's Dan Burn nodding the header down. There it, shoot. Oh. There's the table as it stands right now. 6 points, Anders Vejrgang on his own at the top of the table. Yaskau on 3, Tuga on 3, Lucas on 3, Tekkz on 3, Eljap Pashotto, only player not to pick up a point. Very even. Want to be beat by anyone at that scoreline. Yaskau 8-3 against Tuga. Tuga and Tekkz both conceding nearly double figures.
For Tuga to concede 8 goals, again, after to hold in this, for those at home that aren't familiar, this is his first FC Pro Open. Tuga don't concede goals. This is the goal here from Anders Vejrgang, a shot cross goal with Bomati. But yeah, we associate Tuga as being one of the more defensively sound competitors. He's one of them people that in previous years he could see out a 1-0.
Yeah.
Honestly, he could
over 2 legs,
kick his feet up, put electric blanket on, over 2 legs, heat up a little Horlicks and go to bed. It's done. You go 1-0 down against Tuga, it's over. To see him concede 8, crazy.
But I'm sorry, that goal from Yaskau, I don't think he saw it. He player locked up.
Yeah.
Baited Tuga to switch, but cancelled it so quick, it was like a blink of an eye. And he just went down the other way. That was just lethal. I don't think anyone's stopping that.
Even the first time shot, those at home, that's something that is very, very effective. You play the ball, but even in a simple situation, we call it like recycling possession. You build up, let's say, on the left side towards the byline, play it back to your centre mid. First time pass to whoever's on the right, first time shot, done.
And that's probably why there's a lot of coins in those wide mid positions. Mbappe, Yamal, this ilk of player.
So
a lot of the chances come from there, right?
Yeah, and especially when you can afford to have a striker that's worth 7,000 coins that offers you everything.
Yeah.
So I honestly think it's a misallocation of funds to use anyone other than Gold Pina up top.
Yeah, I do agree with you like that. But at the end of the day, it's about how you play as a team.
Of course, yeah.
I think Thierry Henry just score.
Yeah, that's
5.
But also, I think the strikers today are turning into the playmakers of the team, where I think that's why you got to have Pino and Sicer, but I like a striker up front.
Do you see that striker maybe in that 4-5-1 on a false 9?
It could be.
Who uses that? I think Johnny maybe was using that before.
Rather than...
But in a 4-5-1, I feel like by default the striker already plays like a false 9 because they're alone by themselves, and you've got to be so important with triggering your wingers.
I mean, look at where Pino is there.
Otherwise, you're not going to be scoring anything.
It's not even...
Right in.
Yeah, even when you say triggering, even calling them short with R1.
Just not being able to get anything going here as Tekkz. Anders Vejrgang has been at his best. And you would say that Anders Vejrgang's best, nobody can get close to.
Maybe the 2-time champ, Manu Bachor. I know this game was very big in terms of the GOAT debate, but listen, there's someone that's not playing in it, the 2-time world champion.
Yeah.
We'll see him next week.
There's an important question I was waiting for you to ask him. How does he feel? What rank is he? 3rd? 4th? 5th? Should be 1st.
Thierry Henry for Lucas puts him 6-3 up. And Yaskau adds a 9th through Morgan, another striker option.
Beautiful finesse.
Finesse shot plus. But points on the board for everyone at this stage, other than LJR Peixoto. Can Tekkz get a consolation tonight? Into Pina, not quite. 9-3 is where this game will end up. Anders Vejrgang, emphatic, dominant display from the Pro Open champion.